Nioh, Alice Bell,
Yeah.
is a game by Team Ninja.
Or possibly FromSoft. Don't say it.
Oh, well, let's get right into it then. So, is it just Dark Souls with a different skin on it?
Yes.
Right, thanks for listening.
That is very much the feeling I got from it. I mean, it's apparently been in development since like 2004 to maybe 2006.
Oh, yeah.
A long time anyway.
The classics. No, I was making mine before yours came out.
Before even Demon's Souls came out. But it is very similar. So I played a bit of the open demo, the beta demo.
Okay, PS4.
So, yeah. So they've had an alpha demo before, and now they've gone to a beta demo.
They're doing it in order.
Yeah. And
is it a beta though? Because it looks, it looked pretty much.
It feels quite finished.
Yeah.
They're giving people on console even as well the option of whether you want better frame rate or better visual fidelity.
Oh,
so you can kind of choose.
So they're kind of crowdsourcing their feedback on what the game should be before it releases, because it's got a.
Well, no, like that's apparently going to be a feature in the final game, but who knows? But,
interesting. But how does it play?
Well, it plays very much like Dark Souls, if I'm honest. So it's just a kind of medieval Japanese adventure, and you learn about it as you're playing, I guess. So you just turn up, and you're just this guy who looks kind of like your man from The Witcher, if I'm honest. He looks like Geralt, who's gone on just like a holiday to Japan. And you jump off a little boat because you're going to this town, then you just find that the town's been ransacked by bandits and or demons.
And you're like,
right,
got to fuck shit up now. Okay. So there are a variety of different weapons you can use. The combat's quite nice. It's got a nice bit of complexity to it, I think. So you can choose a stance, high, middle or low, which is kind of aggressive, and then defense, and then dodge, I guess. And you get different rarities of weapons, different types, and you've got items you can use. Yeah. But it's all the systems are so similar. I can't even describe. Yeah.
Like, it gives you a weight limit and then a percentage weight limit, and then if you're carrying too many things, it doesn't quite have fat rolling, but it
the best bit of any Souls game. Why do they leave that out?
But it has that, and it has instead of bonfires, you have little shrines with the little green sort of pixie children things that live on them and give you bonuses. Right,
of course. Well, games have had some of these elements for years, so even though the HUD and the UI and everything does look exactly the same, and the game is functionally almost identical in a lot of ways, but crucially, is it fun, or is it interesting or engaging in any way apart from its similarity to something else?
It's interesting. I mean, I'm the sort of person that likes finding little bits of story and stuff. I'm that sort of mad wank. So there's a nice sort of kind of similar to Bloodborne, where that you can find little kind of memories, I guess, and things like that, and learn a little bit about what's happened that way. So you find find out that the place has been ransacked, and you find like it's got like kick down ladders and stuff and shortcuts like that.
Yep.
And there's one where like there's someone at the bottom who's like, but get the ladder down. Oh no, he's running away. And then you find the dead body at the top, and he's like, I'm sorry, I just want to live, and that kind of thing, which I quite enjoyed.
Did you kill that fucker as well?
They were both dead already, so it didn't really help. But there's
the one who did it, because when I saw you playing it, right?
Yeah.
You killed a lot of people.
Yeah.
And then the big boss man big boss man from wrestling, unfortunately.
No. So that's the two enemies that I've seen. You get kind of, I guess, humans, notionally speaking, maybe kind of feral, and then you've got the kind of demon enemies that are a bit tougher, and they can do stuff like bite you and kind of poison you, I guess.
Okay.
And one of the things that you can come up against is just like a giant, like you'll see like some horrible swirling demon stuff in the air, and then you get close to it, and a huge giant bastard will spawn. But those ones, they're big enough that they don't respawn after you rest at a shrine. So they're just kind of the big bads.
And the bonfire.
Yeah.
So how does the progression work then? Is it... You said you've been just going around finding parts of the story.
Yeah.
And I saw you clambering over a few rooftops, Tenchu style.
Yes.
But is it
all interconnected in
a
that way?
bit. So the bit that you saw was sort of the second stage. So it does give you sort of, I guess, not a quest marker, but you've got a little map on your HUD.
Yeah.
On your head, and there's a little blip for you to aim towards. So it's a little more directed than Souls in that way.
They'll hate that. They'll hate that. The Souls Brigade will be like, no.
And they kind of
I want to be confused.
They kind of do that in the environmental stuff as well. So I got to the start of that area and found a little memory, and it was like, what's happening on that foreign ship? And then the camera was sort of framing the ship at a distance. So you're like, oh yeah, okay, I'll go there.
Right, probably go over there then.
That kind of thing. But it's trying to be distinct in some ways. I think like there's a stamina bar basically. I mean, they call it Ki or Kai. I think that's the point. It's all in Japanese at the moment still. I don't know if they'll have English voice acting or they've got English subtitles.
But are the menus in Japanese?
No.
So not real hardcore.
Yeah, but I think it's probably a stylistic choice because it's set in Japan. So it's,
Yeah.
But we'll see if they stick to that. Yeah. And you can, once your stamina is running down, at the end of an attack, there's a little moment where you sort of collect yourself, I guess.
Okay.
And you can press R1 at the right time to just completely sort of refill your stamina, which is quite nice. So the combat is sort of easy to learn how to master. I've said that before about other games, but it's got a lot of different stuff, and you can unlock different abilities to do with, like, if you switch between stances and stuff and all this kind of stuff. So there's quite a lot going on, but it is very Dark Souls.
Well, if you are starved of some Dark Souls action, then maybe go and check this out. I suppose it's available everywhere now, Alice, is it?
I believe so, and it's available until sort of early next month.
Okay, awesome. All right, check it out. Cheers.
Bye.